Rated mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised. Broadcasting from the Big Peach of Atlanta, Georgia. A show unfiltered, unscripted, raw. The Patriot Angle Podcast. All right, guys, I'm going to say it right now with this whole Chris Rock, Will Smith, Oscars scenario. When I seen this was the fakest staged segment I've ever seen before. I mean, this probably tops like all the Saturday Night Live skits, the everything. I mean, everything from professional wrestling. I mean, storyline after storyline. This literally was probably the worst movie I've ever seen in my entire life. I mean, I'm getting from people that I know personally, people that tune into the podcast here, that, oh my God, this was so wrong of, Chris Rock to call out Jada Smith, Will Smith's wife, and this and that for being bald, and she has a health condition and this and that. What the hell is wrong with Chris Rock? Guys, do you not understand why he was trying to make the joke? Okay, this was a promo, right? To promote Jada Smith's new G.I. Jane movie that's coming out, right? I mean, that's all it was, folks, a publicity stunt. It wasn't real. It wasn't this and that. I mean, it was fake as it can be. Fake, guys. Literally fake. Okay? For those that are, just questioning it, like, oh my God, it's so wrong and this and that. Guys, you've been fooled. It wasn't real. I mean, I even seen it. And I noticed, some flaws here. If it was real, they should have went all out, maybe bring some security guards in, escort Will Smith out of the building, escort Chris Rock out of the building, hire some rent-a-cops or something. Make it look real. At least professional wrestling, when they do the fake, the fake, arrest storylines. They bring in, like, rent-a-cops and this and that, and, they make it look realistic, right? This was probably like a last-minute ordeal set up by the production, right, the management, right, the production management, through the Oscars, something like last minute. They didn't really have enough thought process to even think it through. It was probably done even by Will Smith and Chris Rock and Jada Smith to begin with, right? All fake, all staged, all of a publicity stunt to think America thinks that Will Smith actually slapped the shit out of Chris Rock at the Oscars, guys. Come on. Oh, boy. I tell you, guys, I'm going to make this short and sweet, but I'm going to take a quick little break, and I'm going to finish this podcast story here that we have with probably the most wackiest thing I've seen this week, set aside from the COVID nonsense, the Ukraine-Russia story, and gas prices. More on this story, guys, right after these quick break. This quick message. Be right back after these words. Hey guys, this episode today is brought to you by our good friends at Amazon Kindle. Love it, guys. If you're out there trying to find a book, just about any type of book they have is on Amazon Kindle, whether it's political, science, sporting, just about everything out there, culture, right? Cooking, they have it all on Amazon Kindle. They also have the Amazon Unlimited, which is their book club, guys. Sign up for it today. It's great. Unlimited downloads, just about everything is with that program, their plan there with Amazon Unlimited. phenomenal, guys. We have a book out on Amazon Kindle right now as we speak. Can America Survive After Biden? Still available for low as $4.99. You heard it, guys. $4.99. Can't beat it. Pick up your copy of Can America Survive After Biden on Amazon Kindle and Amazon as well. Yeah, ping on that one. So let's basically bring out the, the scenario, right? Last night, Will Smith's apparent attack on Chris Rock after the presenter made a jab, right? A jib, so to speak, at wife Jada Pinkett Smith led to the Men in Black star seemingly becoming so enraged that he took to the stage to hit Chris Rock in the face. Now, if this was real, cops would be there, security personnel would be there. They would not allow the actor to sit down and still watch the show a few rows back from the stage. They wouldn't allow that. If it was real, folks, they would not allow it. They would cut to commercial. Will Smith would be taken by security. Chris Rock would be taken by security. And they would have to go to a commercial break and basically figure out what they're going to do with the rest of the show. I mean, if you're going to say, oh, no, they wouldn't do, they would do that. Trust me. Trust me, even though they're Hollywood actors, they would still have to do that. It's an incident that they would have to do. And they would have to take it up to, consideration with, the production management and this and that. Folks, it was a skit. Stop. Stop trying to be like, the so-called, woke type of individual where you're going to say, oh, this is so wrong by Chris Rock to say something about, Will Smith's wife and this and that. These are actors that made money with jokes and comedy and this and that in movies. I mean, they're Hollywood actors, folks. They get paid to do this. So now this is all surfacing the internet, right? Social media users have been left divided over whether or not the slap was real or not, right? However, using slowed down footage of the moment, all right, which I will plug into the show through our website. You can check out the video for yourself, and then maybe you can say, well, maybe Michael here is right. Of course I'm right. It's art of theater, folks. Anybody that understands the art of theater, the craft behind it, will understand what I'm trying to say. Okay? I'm not trying to make fun of you. I'm not trying to be a bully here on the show. I'm just trying to explain to people so they don't feel like an idiot believing this. Because it's Hollywood, folks. It's not real. Right? I mean, that's like watching the show Jerry Springer, right? Do you think those fights were real and everything? No, of course not. They were plotted out, like weeks before the show aired. It's like a storyline. That's all it is. One big storyline, right? However, like I said, using the slowed down footage of the moment, some have since reasoned that the altercation was staged, which it was. Okay? Now, a Twitter user posted a slowed down version of the hit, focusing on Rock's face as Smith goes to whack him. The caption reads, Chris Rock grimacing for what he knows is coming. His hand is barely grazed at him. Literally. I mean, if you're going to get mad at somebody, you're going to ball up your fist and you're going to punch somebody out, right? I mean, if you're so enraged, a psychological therapist would tell you that. 9 out of 10 times, a closed fist is coming, not a slap, right? A slap usually means it's not really real. Now, actors, especially action actors like Will Smith, know how to pull a punch or a slap. Like I said, this was staged, folks. You can look at the video itself here. And this is the video right here. So, I know you can't see it, but I will post this this article on my website where you can actually see it. You know, I'm watching it right now as I boom, there, see, it's a slap. He came literally a couple inches from his face, didn't really hit him. There was laughter, on Will Smith's face. If you do bring up the video a lot closer, this can be done on a simple phone. You can save the video and then, zoom in on the part where he slaps him, and you see the slap is literally a few inches, almost a foot from his face, a half a foot from his face. Both actors, kind of smile and everything. It's a dead giveaway, guys. Seriously. The joke was about, Pickett's Smith's shaved head, a result of a condition. Despite initially appearing to laugh at the joke, after seeing Pickett Smith's reaction, Smith strode up on stage and seemingly whacked Chris Rock right in the face, leaving the audience and viewers at home equally as bewildered as whether or not the moment was a skit or not. Right? They had to draw up the audience, folks. Like I said. However, after taking his seat and shouting, "Keep my wife's name out of your fucking mouth," twice, upstage to Chris Rock, the moment grew a lot more tense, and the auditorium have falling utterly silent. So, everybody knew this was going to happen, you can look at it. There's a lot of Twitter users, even social media users, kind of posting the same thing. Some are saying that the slap was real and this and that. And one saying, Project Miramar saying, "Here's a gullible sheep that will believe that the Will Smith Chris Rock slap was real." Of course, we all see them, they're friends. There's pictures of Will Smith, Chris Rock, friends and everything else. They work together in movies, comedy movies, action movies, Saturday Night Live skits. Folks, this was all a planned skit. Seriously. Now, while the moment, folks, has kicked up a frenzy on social media, neither Smith nor Rock have confirmed whether or not the hit was real. So, what are they waiting for? Well, I guess they're going to wait for, social media to make assumptions, mainstream media to, come up with some type of story and everything else. Of course, Dateline is probably going to talk about it. Trevor Noah, The View, that's obvious. They'll be talking about it probably later on this evening or tomorrow. They'll be coming up with a story like they always do, brainwashing the viewers into thinking it was real. However, upon accepting his award for Best Actor, Smith did apologize to the Academy and all his fellow nominees for his behavior. Of course, he has to, like I said, if it was real, they would be both escorted out of the building for questioning. Come on. And then he noted how you've got to be able to take abuse and have people talk crazy about you, reflecting on advice to him by Denzel Washington. In your highest moments, you need to be careful because that's when the devil comes for you. So, I guess I guess Chris Rock was the devil last night, right? I mean, come on. But we do have a sound clip here. We'll plug into the show here. I just wanted to come on to the show, basically give you a little, quick little podcast today. Today we are going to be moving our Monday showdown to tomorrow. We're not having a show tonight on Twitch or YouTube. We have other things that we have to get lined up for tomorrow. So we are going to skip out today. That's why I'm doing a podcast today on Spotify, Google, or Apple with this story here, because I think this is the most hilarious story in for the week. Like I said, we will have our Tuesday Madness Unfiltered tomorrow on Twitch and YouTube, so I highly suggest you tune into that. We're going to have round 2 with Sauce, which was a former Russian refugee that came into this country, gave us a story, which is a really, really great, passionate story. I highly suggest you tune into that show a few days ago that we had live on Twitch and YouTube, which has also been posted to our website, patriotanglepodcast.com, as well as our YouTube channel. So highly suggest you tune that episode out. He will be joining us back again tomorrow night for round 2, part 2, with myself and Jimmy the Rant on the show tomorrow. So should be a really, really good, interesting show. Love to see more of his story as he gets into depth of how he basically came here to the United States and, also went through the military, which was really, really interesting and very, very knowledgeable, his story. So with that being said, guys, I want to plug in a sound clip here to the Oscars last night with this staged incident between Chris Rock and Will Smith. Check this out, guys.
Oh, wow. Will Smith.
So, as you hear it, the audio, through the podcast here, with Will Smith coming on stage and doing his little skit, I thought it was the most hilarious moment of the entire Oscars last night. I mean, to each his own, right? You want to believe it or not, it's on you guys, with everything, that's it's on you, but yeah, I don't know, guys. It is what it is, I guess, right? It is what it is.
Wow, dude. It was a G.I. Jane joke.
G.I. Jane のジョークだったんです。
I'm going to, okay?
Did you notice the Asian subtitles? Because when I've been watching a lot of videos with this, and I mean the language. I mean, this is on national television. So, I thought it was kind of interesting that a lot of videos that are surfacing YouTube and different platforms are using the Asian subtitles, with this, which is very, very interesting. Here's some more of this, guys.
Okay. That was greatest night in the history of television.
テレビ史上最高の場面でしょうか。
So we are here to give a documentary.
So here, I'll rewind it here, and you can just listen to it, folks. Here it is again, and then you can make your assumptions.
どうなんでしょうか。
Wow! Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
ウィル・スミスにやられました。
Wow, dude. It was a G.I. Jane joke.
G.I. ジェーンのジョークだったんです。
I'm going to, okay? Okay. That was a greatest night in the history of television.
テレビ史
It was a great night in television. Okay? Now, if you also look here, I'll play a little investigation here on the Patriot Angle podcast here, right? If you look as Will Smith coming down from the stairs off the stage, freeze it right there, you see a little smirk in his face, right? Usually when things are staged or it becomes the skit, right? You will see actors or actresses with a little smirk on their face. They usually do that. 90% of the time, they usually do that. Now, the comments that come in here, folks, with this, I don't even want to get into. You know, I really don't. I think I'm going to close it out here soon because I don't want to make an entire fucking show about this. Because I mean, some of the reactions I'm getting from people, you know, that have seen this, it's becoming one of those like viral type videos on the internet right now. I get it, you know, we're going through some meltdowns as a country right now, and you know, the media needs talking points. I get it. I do get it. I get that they need talking points, and they'll do anything right now to come up with a talking point. I think this is just another talking point that mainstream media needs, the internet world needs, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. It's a talking point, folks, of the week. They need that viral weekly talking point. That's what it all comes down to. Okay? Alrighty, guys. I want to thank you for tuning into today's podcast. Remember, you can listen to me just about on any type of podcast platform, whether it is Spotify, Google, or Apple, as well as our video podcasts, our unfiltered exclusive content on Twitch and YouTube. YouTube, the Patriot Angle Podcast. You can follow us and become a subscriber on our Twitch channel at US Patriot Unfiltered. Also join me on Rumble. Yes, we are on Rumble. Patriot _Angle_ podcast. And on our website, patriotanglepodcast.com. And we're also on Instagram, guys. Patriot _Angle_ Unfiltered. A lot of great content coming out on there, guys. With that being said, thank you for tuning in, and we will see you tomorrow night for Unfiltered Tuesday Madness on Twitch and YouTube. Thanks, guys. Thanks for tuning in to the Patriot Angle Podcast. You just heard an episode of the Patriot Angle Podcast, an Anchor platform.